Hey, what up, guys? Maybe it'll work this time. So, we are here on Podio. This is kind of our introduction on the fly to what we can do with this system as we get started. We don't want to have all of our customers come through Podio because we're going to have to pay for our users. So users are going to be more internal, like employees, and customers and things like that. We can set up and automate that process more on the website. For now, we're just using forms that come through the website and are actually coming straight into Podio. So if you go to usahempproducts.com/farms.html, then you will see the questionnaire form, and when this form gets filled out, it's going to go straight into a new item over at the accounts management workspace, which has the farm questionnaire app set up for the farm intake. So when someone goes to usahempproducts.com/farms and they fill out that form, it'll create an item in here. And this item has all of those details, and we can add additional notes. Another cool thing is we'll be able to have catch-all emails, such as this one right here. If you send an email out to this email, then it will auto-attach the notes and any of the details from that email as notes right into the item that was specified. We will have to have requests submitted for that at the moment because this is using a custom service called GlobeMail. So if you want any area to have an automated email link like that for yourself, just let me know and we should be able to take care of that same day. So there's a lot of cool shortcuts within inside this system. Let's say someone filled out the form, or let's say we had a rep refer one of our leads, and we wanted to send them a farm questionnaire. We create a task to do so. Just hit the letter T. Sometimes we'll be doing the intake ourselves, and sometimes the farmer might want to fill it out themselves. So we just got to make sure to guide them through the process. So we might have a task like send out the questionnaire or complete said section of the questionnaire. Let's say this was a New Hampshire intake, and let's say David had made this connection, so perhaps we assign to David. Anyone that we want to be associated with a particular task, we can add them to a task, but keep in mind it is going to create one task for each person. As you see here, you can attach tasks to any particular location. It was already a task attached to the farm questionnaire section, and sometimes I think you can even attach them to individual tasks. So let's see here. Is there individual tasks inside the farm questionnaire. So you could even attach it right to the questionnaire and add a due date. Let's say tomorrow. Give it a time. You can add a reminder. It'll even send an email and let you know. If you have your phone app on, it'll send you a notification. You can set the task to shared or private. You can attach files. You can attach multiple files at once. And you can pull files from your Google Drive, from Evernote, from Dropbox, right from your computer, whatever you prefer. And we will be able to pull information from other areas as well. So once we create this task, bam, it's now going to associate a task with this item. And so if we scroll around, should be able to find right here. See these tasks at the bottom of this form? These tasks have been associated with this particular document now, and once we sign off on them, then they will mark as complete. If we refresh the item, it's still going to show them attached to the document. It's just going to display them a little bit differently. So now it displays them with cross out and just shows them as complete. So we can attach tasks to any area that we need to. That's one of the coolest things about Podio, and I think that's what's really going to help us get this built out as needed. We will be going from the intake process. It appears so far we're going inside the accounts management from, let's say it was someone on VCTA that saw us through the website and they scheduled an intake process, and now they're a lead, and one of us needs to send out the farm questionnaire or have someone start to review the farm questionnaire process and get those details in. Then we would create a task, whether the customer came in from VCTA, whether we had a sales guy bring them in, whoever referred them, we would then have a task that gets created to make sure that a farm questionnaire goes out, and that would be the next step. The farm questionnaire would go out, we will take care of it ourselves or make sure the farmer takes care of it, and have a follow-up task to make sure that this is taken care of, especially if it's in the farmer's hands. Then the next step would be moving on to the LOI or the MOU. Once we have the LOI/MOU taken care of, then there may be a verification step here, or 2 steps later, after we do the AFP, then we will create a full summary of the project. And once we've created a full summary of the project, that would be the other ideal moment where we may have the verification step. Personally, I'm thinking after the summary, but maybe there would need to be review at both places. I'm not exactly sure. Personally, I'm not sure how this gets filtered through individuals, how many people this process requires. The more people, then the more I would assume it would need reviewing. Once that we have all of these taken care of, including the summary, then we will move to the project management submission phase, and the project will get started. We'll send out the paperwork to the banks, and everyone will be notified of timing and expectations, and we will stay up to date accordingly. Probably create a task that reminds someone internally to follow up at some juncture point as well. I think that's everything I can think of off the top of my head. The calendar will auto sync with Google. Your connections are global connections. We can chat with anyone that's a connection of ours. We can do video chat. The activity area, for instance, we're under accounts management, and right now we're at the main activity area under accounts management. Each activity area gives an overview of the workspace, so it's kind of like a Facebook landing page of all of the stuff that's happening in that area. So once we start adding some items, we should have a pretty good idea of how this is working. And you can make a page like this, you can set it as your home page. And so if you set, one of these workspaces as your home page, then you'll be able to always see any of your upcoming tasks and things like that. Otherwise, you will receive it in your email, and if you have the app on your phone, that's another great way to be seeing when tasks are coming in. So there's my 2 cents on the Podio intake system for U.S. hemp products today as we get started rolling this out. Looking forward to seeing what we can build it out to, and I've got a basic flow graph drawn up. I'll put it into digital form here sometime this afternoon and send it out to y'all. Cheers.